Hey, everybody. Welcome to Friday night's Messages of Love from Above. And as always, super excited to see what messages are going to come through this evening. Before we get into the readings, I do want to send a love out to the world. And if you'd love to join me, I would love that. No, never any pressure, but I definitely welcome it. Whether you're watching this on replay or live, we can all gather outside of space and time where that love, that amazing, unconditionally eternal love exists. We can multiply it out to the world. So I'm going to take a big, deep breath and come back to right here, right now. And allow that love to flow down into our heart, fill us up and out to the world. And if you yourself are in need of love tonight for your heart, for your mind, your body, for a loved one, a situation, whatever it may be, we send love to you right now as well. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me and doing that and giving me the space to be able to do that. And before we jump into the readings, just want to make sure everyone that is new to my channel knows I every couple weeks I have a drawing to give away at least a 30-minute personal recorded reading, and depending on how many comments, even a 45 up to an hour additional added in as well. Here is the link to that video if you want to check it out and see how you can sign up for that. The next one is going to be a week from Sunday, which is February 12th. So you can take a look at that. And then also just put out a pick a card a couple days ago or yesterday. I think it was yesterday, with messages for the heart from spirit and your shadow. It's really cool, multiple choice where you get your message from spirit around your heart is, the 1, 2, or 3, and then messages from your shadow, you can choose A, B, or C. So you can mix and match to get readings. I really liked it. It was fun to do. And of course, happy February to everyone. If you haven't checked out your monthly um, reading, I do put out readings for each individual zodiac sign, and that's the playlist to check that out. And then also, of course, we've entered Aquarius season. So happy birthday to all you Aquarius sun babies out there. This is a pick a card for everyone, but there's a special bonus reading for Aquarius sun babies in there as well. So I like it. We also have a full moon coming up here in Leo on Sunday, and the weekly energy update that I put out last week, which this last week I was catching up from the flu when I put it out last Saturday. So it's by each individual element, but it still came out pretty cool the way. So be sure to check that out to see how you can make the most of that Leo full moon energy and revealing, unveiling, and releasing some things. So I like it. So that is what you have there. Let me just get my desktop all set up here. Now that we are live, it'll let me do this. And we will get started into the readings. Let me just change that to live. Squish that down a little bit. There we go. Can see it all better. And if you are to my channel and how I go about all the readings, so for free readings, I go down in order in the chat. There's no special list. It's just first come, first serve. You can put your specific question, or if you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading. Spirit knows what you're wanting, and so they will, of course, answer you. Um, but if you want to prioritize your reading, I do honor donations. So when someone makes the donation, I honor that energy exchange. I step outside of the free readings, complete those, and then step back in line of the free readings where I left off. and continuing going down the list. If you want to know how do you make a donation, you can use the super chat at the bottom. It's a little dollar bill with a dollar sign in it. Or I also have Venmo, Cash App, which is Square, and PayPal in the linked comment at the very top, and also in the description box of the video down below. So you can do those. If you make it by Cash App, just let me know in the message and I'll pull up on my phone because I've been noticing Cash App takes a while for the email to come through. So just let me know in the chat if you use that, and I'll just refresh on my phone just to see it to move forward with it. So that's how it all works, and we will get started. I do have a donation to start off. Thank you so much, Christy, for your donation. Greatly appreciate it. And you want to know what Spirit wants to share with you for the month? Absolutely. And I do want to start off with pulling a card here from a new Oracle deck that I got for my birthday, which is the Whisper of the Lord Ganesha. So we're going to pull from that first, and then I'll pull a couple tarot from my new tarot deck as well. I know. I've been very good. I haven't ordered a whole lot of cards online. Oh, look at you. So you've got beginnings coming in here. Wonderful, wonderful, beautiful card there. So this month does going to have at least one new beginning, if not several. And it says, at the start of every endeavor, you will find Ganesha. And this is an indication of new energy on the horizon that brings open hearted opportunities. So pay attention to where you're going. A new beginning can sometimes have a deeper spiritual significance, encouraging a different consideration or a fresh approach to how you connect with your inner guidance. With awareness comes understanding. One benefit of this new start may be the opportunity to stay true to your own path and guidance. Release the need to try to bring others into your vision. Trust yourself and be willing to do the work needed at this time. Eh, your inspiration is positive. Creativity, finances, and love are flowing just before you. And ask Ganesha to assist you with the new energy and opportunities that um, that are ahead of you. Sorry, got distracted. So I love that. What a beautiful, beautiful card there. I just really want to show those colors. Just look how royal that is. Got the little shell and a whip. Snap to it. All right, I like that. And then I got the Star Tarot, also for my birthday. So that is what we're going to use tonight. I really have. It's going to be one of my top 5 decks for sure. I just love the just the pictures, and I'm reading through the symbology of it too. Wow. And then you got 3 major arcana. So you do have the Devil card coming in. Capricorn energy, shaking, rattling, and rolling. Your approaches, your beliefs and mindsets, those things they're making you aware of that have been making you feel trapped and caged and kept, um, small there. Because this is like the Lover's card here, but this is where you have the freedom and the openness, and so you are stepping into your power. This could, of course, be definitely about romance and stuff coming in here, but you definitely have the power of choice and this awareness around what has been keeping you feeling small and restricted. And this new beginning comes because of this energy, this power that's coming in. I mean, you got 3 major arcana. You also have the moon, which is connecting to your intuition, diving deep into the unconscious, the subconscious, going behind the veil. So definitely there's some shaking up going on here. I feel really around relationship and love. Relationship can be friends, family, whatever, too. But there's some really big clarification coming through on what's love got to do with it, right? I don't know why that song is playing in my head, but it's what is love and what is all this ideas and um, beliefs and limitations that you've had before. This is a great month. It is the month of love, with Valentine's Day and everything. So, there is this shaking and this rattling and this rolling that comes in for you. And I like it. So, definitely some new beginnings, which comes about by questioning these limiting beliefs that you've had before that I feel like they just been culminating and culminating, and you're just at this point of like, I'm tired of it, and you're just uh, pushing out some of these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets that you've had before. So I really, really like that for you there, Christy. Yeah, right. Is it Tina Turner? I always think of Thunderdome when I think of her with her, the hair and stuff that she had. So I really like that. And with any decisions that you have coming up here with the Two of Swords, it's really keep in mind when you have decisions to make. Try to keep in mind any thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you might have had that are keeping you um, like. Uh, it's that's called the thievery card or the deceit card. So, what of your own thoughts and emotions have been stealing opportunities and stealing love in the past because of these limitations, keeping things confined? Almost makes me feel like your emotions, how they're all kept in almost a cage like feel to it, right? So, as you're going forward, going, okay, what am I afraid of? And is this really something I need to be afraid of? Why am I letting this hold me back? So I really like the energy around this for you this month. All right, moving this week. Woohoo! Yeah, so new beginning for sure. So don't be afraid of it. You are very well guided and protected. Yeah, and then you have the devil card pop out again. Don't let things make you feel limited and restricted like they have in the past. Be free, be free. So I like it. All right. So that's what they have for you, Christy. Thank you again so much for your donation. Always appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, Random, you are up. And then Nicole, I do see you donated through Venmo. So we will go to you after that. So thank you guys so much for your donations. Right, Random, you'd like a general reading from Spirit. I'm going to go back to my whispers from the Lord Ganesha. That's our norm. It's our human side, Christy. All of us have this, it's a giant amusement park or fear ride. So there's a lot of opportunities to fear. But when we get sick and tired of feeling fear, then we start facing it. That's where this courage comes up. It's like, I'm sick of it. That's when we take action. So I like it. I feel like that's where you're at. All right. So, random general reading. I love this belonging. Beautiful, beautiful card here. I love that when I was reading the story of Ganesha, that they tamed the rat. They tamed, and they ride a mouse or a rat, which is so perfect. Something so mighty and big has tamed and rides on the back of a mouse. And I like that. So, the message that this one has for you is learn to find security from within. In this card, Ganesha uses the mouse as his vehicle, which signifies his triumph over the ego. In Hindu mythology, the mouse symbolizes the ego, for the ego can eat away at all that is good and decent in a person. Belonging seeks to solve the predicament of the ego's own perceived separation. Since the ego has no conscious memory of its connection to others and to source, you experience a need to get out of seclusion by bonding with the people around you. These people can be your family, peer groups, or your community. The ego is neither good nor bad, but simply a necessary part of you in this existence. The ego can manifest inclinations that are are either more positive or more negative in nature, which positive and negative I look at as more loving or more fearing. There are many loving aspects to belonging. You develop your ability to love, to connect, to bond, to share and care for others. You see yourself more clearly through the mirror of relationship. And it is important in belonging that you try not to seek approval through others. And through this card, Ganesh is here to help you focus on the positive, loving feelings from being a part of a community. Learn to trust, ask for help, and to rely on others. I know. But it's beautiful. It is a message for you of draw out, and it's important for you to share um, the beauty and the love of that you have within you. And it's like, I kind of hear this other message of whatever you are wanting from others, give, because in giving, you realize you have it within you to give to yourself. And so if we want companionship, we give companionship, and then we realize I'm a pretty good companion and finding companionship to you. I love this energy that's coming in for you. And that's what Spirit has for you right now, Random. So thank you again so much for your donation. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. All right. And Nicole, thank you again for your donation. And you want to know what's in store for you this month? All right. Well, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know about February. What is going on? All right. Let's see what we have here. Well, you have the star card coming in here, which is great. This very Aquarian energy, which a lot of this month is Aquarius, of course, but it's wish fulfillment. It is this wonderful hope balancing of things. You have your higher self connecting to the great star, and you also have the Fool card coming in here. So the Fool card coming in is new beginnings. It's really fresh feeling too. The Fool card is not just about a new adventure. They're leaving behind old cycles, because the last card in the major arcana is the universe or the world card. So we're leaving behind old cycles and we're beginning brand new. It's like this new adventure that's free from restriction, free from all these roles and all the supposed to and have to and should, and it's about leaping forward. And here again, the star, I feel like with this, there's this huge um, leap forward for you this month and taking significant steps toward living what you feel your dream is in your heart. And I like this. It's like letting go of a lot of the uh, just the fears that you had of what will people say or what if it doesn't work out, and you're just getting tired of feeling that way and existing. You're ready to live. You're really ready to step off with that and move forward. So I really, really like that for you. And then you have the Five of Pentacles, which is a great card of change in regards to your worth and how you see yourself in relation to the outside world. It's a big transformation from moving from these, kind of beliefs around lack, around being abandoned, around feeling left out in the cold, literally out in the cold or left behind, because humans have let you down sometime in your life. The beautiful thing about the Five of Pentacles is that in relationship to um, you know these feelings, all those feelings I mentioned, and about being in this place of your sustenance, and that am I going to have what I need, and because that's the Five of Pentacles has some of that energy in there too. We learn that in this transition that it's the creator, it's the mother and father of all things, source, whatever you believe your higher power is. They're the ones that bring you what you need in each moment, and usually even more than what we need, because they love us so much. But the difference is that when we put our hope and we put our trust in the outside world, into those human characters, we have every right to fear that they're going to abandon us and leave us behind, and let us down, because when a human character goes into fight or flight mode, they all go into self-preservation and they will pull back support and sustenance. And so when we have the belief that, oh, that humans bring it to us, we freak out, which we all do. But when we realize, oh, it's source, it's creator that brings us what we need in each moment, they just might deliver it through humans, which is all right, but they're not the ones who are supplying it. You order something from Amazon, it comes through FedEx or UPS or DHS or however you have it delivered, and they're not the ones that are supplying it. They're just delivering it. And so we can say thank you to the UPS driver, but thank you for bringing it. And we have this transformation and this trust that builds up because the love that the creator and source has for us is unconditional and it's eternal. There's nothing you can do to lose it, nothing you can do. I mean, it's eternal, it never ends. So we are always going to have what we need plus more in each moment. May not have everything that our ego wants or thinks it needs, but we always will have what we truly need in this moment for our highest experience. So I love this transformation that's coming in here for you, Nicole. And that's what they have for you for this month. It's this wonderful transformation, this trust, this new beginning, this kind of new birthing that comes in. And I like it. So that is what they have for you, Nicole. Again, thank you so much for your donation. Greatly appreciate that. All right. So back to, well, actually, to start off with free readings. So if you're new coming in, the way I handle the free readings is first come, first serve. So I go to the very top and I work my way down the list. But as you noticed, when I have a donation, I do step out of line of the free runs, complete that to honor that energy exchange. And then I go back and continue down it in order that way. So that's the way that it works. All right. So, Rishi, you are the first free reading up here. And you said your mom had said something very negative to you as a child, and you're still holding on to it. How can you heal from it? All right, let's take a look here. Yeah, you're definitely not alone, right? No child has ever had a parent who hasn't said something mean that we carry it for a very long time, and we'll tell our parents about it and they're like, what? I don't even remember it. And they're like, I've been carrying it for years. So it's being held up inside you. And so I love how you're asking, how can you heal it? Not what does your mom have to do to fix it? I like you taking that responsibility because it's your emotion, right? So I like it. Or your thoughts and your stories. Okay. Yeah. So you do have the Ace of Swords coming in. So this is our thoughts, our beliefs, our mindsets, our expectations. Air, it's all about the stories that we apply to things. And that's what I like about this is that in every moment we do have a choice of what story we apply to a situation. When we're younger, when we're children, we're pretty much going off of the opinion of what people have told us. When someone says something like this is what it means, what it's supposed to mean, it should mean, and so we apply the story to it. But later in life, we learn that we're the ones that get to assign the story, and that there's not just stories of fear and all those opinions that we were given, but the Ace of Swords helps us connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm, that are rooted in unconditional love. We see things from a higher perspective, which allows us to transform and change the story that we had around it. So, where you have a negative story around what your mom said, you can change it. And you do that through trying to see from without judgment from your mother's perspective. Try to look into her heart, see her as a little 2-year-old, because we talk about when it's something that feels attacking, then they're in fear, and it's like a hissing cat that's hissing at us, right? So we're trying to go, okay, what scared them? What were they fearing? What triggered them to say these things that weren't about me? They were expressing their fears they were feeling unsafe, they were feeling out of control, and it didn't have anything to do with us. We took it personally back then because we're children. We don't know that we don't have to, but now as adults, we look back and we're like, so I took that they were woke up in that morning and said, "I'm gonna go say something hurtful to them." That's the way we look at it. But then when we realize when we step out of the as a third party looking at it, then we can go look and see it from a different perspective, and we transform it. We see it from that higher perspective, from a place of unconditional love, and we're like, "Oh, okay." So they were in fear and they were saying things, but they didn't mean to hurt me. They were just because they were in fear, they were saying unkind, unloving, and unintelligent things. That's what we do when we're in fear. Otherwise, it would be words of unconditional love that are flowing out of our mouth. But when there are things that are of anger and fear, then those are, not of love. And so you can transform those. I love here, here's the beautiful butterflies of transformation. You have the world card, which shows that you hold the power to end old cycles of thinking and have a new beginning, looking at it from a different standpoint, stepping out of our ego. One of the things about forgiveness is that we can forgive people without forgiving the act. We forgive the person to release ourselves. Otherwise we continue to be a vessel that for the pain of someone else's actions. And we're just like, I don't want to be that anymore. I want to be at peace. I want a stable world for me. And I'm going to stop being a vessel of pain because of other people's words, other people's actions. And we do that by forgiving them and releasing the wrath around it. Not saying that it was okay what they said and did. They were in fear, and but we just release them from our wrath, release them from our judgments. And we have the Four of Pentacles that comes in here, which Pentacles is the outside world. The Four of Pentacles is about a solid foundation of the outside world, with fours being like a huge table with four huge legs. It's a very solid foundation. And the whole journey of the Four Pentacles we talk about a lot, which is they learn that when they are defining themselves by the outside world, we feel unstable because we define ourselves by relationships we have, whether it's romantic, family, friends, or whatever, situations, jobs, and education, things, our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions. All those things are unstable. People change, people pass away, people walk away. Situations never stay the same, and things, our bodies, that break down, deteriorate, blow up, burn down, stolen. All of it is unstable. We eventually just grow tired and bored of the instability of the outside world, or just have had enough of the disappointment when we look to the outside world to fulfill us. We turn inward and upward, and that's where we find that which is eternal and unconditional. So those are what Spirit has for you, is some steps that you can look into doing to transform those old emotions from a fear from a place of unconditional love, a way to release and forgive, to no longer be that vessel and holding those. So that is what they have for you, Rishi. So many blessings. Hang in there. You're definitely not alone. I'm sure everyone in here is like, oh, yeah, let me tell you about my parents said to me. All right. So, Esmeralda, you are the next free reading up, and you'd like to know how your ex, Franklin Castillo, feels towards you, what he thinks and feels about your dad. They're both Gemini men. Oh, they probably get along then. Let's take a look here. So let's take a look here first, what he feels about you, and then what does he feel or think about your dad? Anything else? All right. So his feelings towards you really, with this King of Wands, I feel like they're really stepping and standing up into their power of choice. And I feel like they're choosing to uh, almost like choose the high road in a way. because they look at you as the Queen of Cups, which the Queen of Cups rolls over emotion and has a second um, portion of emotion because all the queens do. So she's double emotion, which means can be very sensitive emotionally, but also a great intuition and a great understanding of emotion because of where you've grown up with that. It's your energy. So I feel like they're stepping into their power, looking at their life, more focusing on their life. I feel, but this is how they feel about you. You know, they see that nurturing. It's like the high priestess, type of energy where you're just in tune with your emotions and your intuition, but you also are very sensitive emotionally, which is, you know, sometimes we can get a bad rap when we're empathic and we pick up on everyone's emotions, but then we scare the crap out of people because of how in tune you are with people too, right? So he sees that around you, but I don't feel like there's hostility. I feel like they're mainly focusing on their life and their journey. And you know you said they're a Gemini, but I feel like they have a lot of fire in their chart possibly too. How does he think or feel about your dad? There's a lot of energy here. So there's a lot of um, I would say fire between them. Um, I kind of feel like it's not volatile, it's, extreme, and that makes sense with Gemini. They either like the best of buds in the moment or they're about to kill one another, right? It's just like one or the other, there's no middle ground, I feel, with it. It's just extremes. So, there's times where it's like, "Wow," "I really da 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 da," and there's other times, "Rah," that, they're upset, but the biggest thing when we're asking about how people feel towards us or what they see or think, we're all mirrors for one another. And so the biggest thing is, we flip that around. How do you feel towards yourself? How do you feel towards them when you look into that mirror? What are you seeing about yourself when you look in the mirror of your ex? And same thing with, your dad when your ex looks at your dad, whatever he's seeing, especially both being Gemini, um, it's they're looking at a picture of themselves. Because when a monkey looks in a mirror, it sees a monkey. When a lion looks in the mirror, it sees a lion. So we can't help what people see when they look in the mirror of who we are. We can then more invest our energy in going, what am I seeing when I look in that mirror? Because that's me looking back at myself. So I love this transformation and this energy coming in here for you as well. And that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. Oh, both the Pisces moons too. That's funny. I like it. Very good. All right. So that is what they have. You're so funny. All right. Hey, Rhonda, my friend. So you're moving. What should you look for in the coming day for yourself with love and family? Well, I'm definitely glad you found the channel too, and we came across each other's path again in this lifetime. Definitely glad you're part of this soul family that we get to interact with here. Yeah, definitely. You definitely have come so fast, so far in a shorter time, and I'm so glad their messages resonate. So let's take a look here and see what the spirit wants you to know for the coming day around love and family. Yeah. It's all about the thinking right now. Because you've got, of course, you have the nightmare card here that came out first, which is all of our thoughts, our beliefs, and our mindsets that are keeping us up at night, dreaming about it, nightmares, probably not nightmares, but you wake up thinking about it in the morning or in the middle of the night. These are all the shoulds and the supposed tos and those need tos. But I love that you have the queen here, which I really feel like with this moving, with everything that's coming up, you're really grasping your ace of swords and you're really going, okay, let me take a deep breath and take a step back and see it from a higher perspective. Allows you to see things from that place of unconditional love while cutting away the small t truths, the fears that we have, and knowing that whatever happens, you're going to take care of it. You're definitely going to be able to balance it between your heart and your mind. The Queen of Swords, she rules over the air, but all the queens are given water. So you're able to trust your intuition, bring your intuition in to the decisions that you're making as you go through this too. And I like it. Six of Swords, movement. So definitely movement, right? But it's moving from choppy waters to calmer waters, leaving behind old ways of thinking and freedom that comes into new way of thinking. So what you look for in the coming day is just whatever fears rise, which whenever we're in a moment of change and movement and things, our little inner child, it likes things the same. It doesn't like change. It wants safe and secure. And when it's like a cat, when you're moving, it can sense it and it's like starts freaking out. It's like, calm down, cat, we're going to be fine. I'm taking you with me. It's like this wonderful um, reaffirming to your inner child, we're all going to be fine. We're safe. We're going to make things work out. We're powerful. And I feel like whenever these fears of change are coming up, just trusting that you have overcome 100% of anything that has challenged you in this life, because you wouldn't be here right now if you hadn't. So your success rate is perfect and wonderful. So I feel like with this move, with things that are changing, it's really looking into your these the spheres of losing conditional love, just as they all these beliefs that come up, just look, take a deep breath, step back, look higher, and change your way of your thinking, what story you're applying to it, because that's your power, right? No matter what happens, we're the ones that get to choose what it means. We have all this opinion of everyone else telling us what it's supposed to mean, but we get to decide. So if something doesn't unfold the way everyone else thought it should, what do we care? I get to decide what it means for me. And if I'm fine with it, who cares what anyone else thinks? So there's this power that's coming in for this. And I like it for you, Rhonda. So many, many blessings for you. I like it. You feel like you're in a nightmare in your mind. Yeah, so it's fear, and so, the more we connect to our higher self and realize that this human is a character, this is a temporary character. Everything here in this plane is temporary, but we're an eternal, never-ending being that's powerful and supernatural. Then we're like, "What am I worried about?" It's our ego that's worried about things happening down here. It's like, you know what? In the whole scheme of things, this is an adventure. It's a theme park. When we go home, that's reality. This is all make believe. So, there's a great power that comes with that. So, hang in there, Rhonda. You've got it. You've got it. So many blessings to you and much love to you, Rhonda. All right, spiritual diva Anjali. You'd like to know, what does Spirit want you to know about your love life in 2023? Let's take a look here. So you have the 8 of cups here, well, over here actually, which is emotion, right? It's leaving behind emotions that no longer serve. And I love this for you, because you're moving in. They're headed off to the wish fulfillment card, the 9 of cups. And with the Empress card here too, this is a new birth. This is, the combination of divine masculine and feminine, the magician and the high priestess. They come together for creation, for this movement, this balancing of things. It's sensuality, but it definitely is a new birth, and around love in 2023. So you definitely, the more you're leaving behind emotions that no longer serve you, it's freeing you up to move higher, higher into the 9 of cups, which is this wish fulfillment. So I do feel here, um, with the 3 and the 8 are standing out for me. And so there's this range, right? The um, we can do a lot of releasing of those old emotions that no longer serve us, and that lightens the load. It means that the hot air balloon, the more of those sandbags that you cut, the higher and the faster the balloon goes into the heavens, the faster, right? So it could happen as early as March or as late as August. So between March and August, depending on how you're releasing these emotions that no longer serve you, transforming old emotional memories, pulling stuff up from the subconscious to have that transform, the faster you move towards love. But definitely, it's like August is if you just do the minimum work, August is when they'll come in. The more work you do, it could even be as early as March. So I like that for you, spiritual diva, Anjali. That's what they want you to know right now regarding love. So many blessings. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list here. Yes. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, Rhonda. All right. So, Mira, you'd like an angel message, and I do have an angels and ancestor oracle. Let me just take a quick sip here. Thank you guys so much as well for all the thumbs up and that you give the video by clicking the like button. It seems like a small thing. It's free, but the YouTube algorithm just absolutely adores it, and it wants to spread, the love messages by sharing my videos with others. So for all of those that give it a like, thank you for being a part of the love tsunami. And Mira, so your angel message is the lady. You can notice the little pentacle down here, and it says, enjoy growth and reap rewards. And so from your angels, it says, reap what you have sown and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Grow and expand in all areas of your life. The lady, known as the Empress, which we just had in the traditional tarot, is the representation of the goddess in her most fertile form. She's abundant, bountiful, and a creative being. She's closely connected to nature because it's her child. She represents maternal energy and has more than enough love to give all who need nurturing. Yet she is a representation of the goddess Venus too, and yearns for a rich relationship with her counterpart, the Lord. In this card, she holds an apple, and its seeds form a perfect pentagram, which in paganism represents the five elements of life. The extended message for the card is fertility, growth, and abundance are all imminent when the lady arrives in your life. All the seeds you've planted are coming to life, and there are plenty more rewards to come. In a material sense, this card can represent financial security and comfort. It shows that there will be more than enough to go around. If you're making business deals or setting intentions to create financial growth, this card indicates a considerable amount of monetary success. Woohoo! So the lady can also usher in other forms of abundance, opportunities, marriage proposals, and even the birth of a child. She will help you respect nature and connect with its forces in order to have a genuinely supported journey through life. So I like that for you. Definitely the birthing, the harvest, wonderful things coming in. So you've definitely have been putting in the work, planting the seeds, and now here comes the harvest. Here comes the abundance in whatever ways you've been planting seeds. So I really like that for you, Mira, and that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings for you. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Yep. All right. And Aditi, you are the next free reading coming up, and you want to know who is coming in with a love offer. Let's take a look here. Okay, I said that is it. So first, I know right off the bat, patience, Aditi, patience, the temperance card, balance. It's coming, it's working itself out. The temperance card is like the two of cups. It's the love, it's being created, it's evolving, It's being made, it's just not ready yet. So it's like, all right, so here we go. Things are unfolding, things are happening. Um, they definitely are telling you though, with the Lovers card popping in here, that it is in the works. There is headed your way, but they're wanting your focus right now to be on connecting to your higher love. This is your higher self. This is your human self. It's this invitation, this calling higher from your higher self to look to that love, because that is what's going to prepare you. That's what will speed this up too, with that temperance card. Because whenever there's a pause and we're waiting, as we talk about on the channel here, it means that it's happening on purpose for us to raise our self-love vibration. Because the more we raise that, then we bring in and attract faster the love that we're looking for the future. Otherwise, if we keep going at the lower vibration love energy that we're at, we keep attracting the same old stuff that we've had before that's not in alignment with where we want to head and what we want to do. So the higher self kicking in here, inviting you into this, stepping away, not focusing on the outer love and finding that love, instead of focusing the energy right now on the inner love, connecting to your higher self in that realm, because that's where you discover the unconditional love that your heart is yearning for. And then once that starts to fill up, that's what raises your love vibration, which is I say it's a win-win, win-win-win, because one, when we turn upward, we find this eternal, stable, unconditional love from the spiritual realm for us, which does fill us up. But it also transforms the outside world as we see it. We no longer look at it as this place that's always falling short, not bringing us the love that we're looking for. And any love that comes and is being given to us is above and beyond and extra. So we see it and we're grateful for it instead of going, oh, look how it's falling, lacking. Instead, it also allows you the ability, because you can only love others to the extent that you love yourself, and you can only receive love from others to the extent you love yourself. So when we love ourselves like this much, no matter how much love someone wants to give us, it'll just drip in, and no matter how much love we want to give out, it'll just dribble out. But the more we expand our self-love, not only do we have all this wonderful, amazing love, we're actually able to give and receive more love in the outside world too. So it changes our whole way of looking at things, and that's why they're, having you have patience with it as you're working on that, because it's going to be worth what you're waiting for, rather than like hurrying up and getting what you've had before. So I like it for you, Dee Dee. I know it can be a pain in the butt, but it's great. It's going to bring you so much greater love than you have ever experienced before. So I do like that for you. So that's what they have, ADT. Many blessings for you. Right. Next up is Divine Goddess. I'm just going to get a quick sip here. And you'd like to know your would-be spouse's professional life, work, work style, and hobbies. All right, let's take a look here and see what they're willing to give you here. All right. So, well, we've got the Four of Wands coming in here, which is, a celebration, joy, marriage type of card coming in here. And, professional life, maybe they're a wedding planner. No, I'm just kidding. They do absolutely love what they do, though, which is good, right? Which means you're not going to have to hear them complaining about their job all the time, right? You're like, whoosh, they actually enjoy it and they love it and they're excited about it, which is great. We do have the Knight of Cups, so like the work style shows that they do have this beautiful joy and drive, and um, you know their emotion I feel like is always they're very driven. They have this strong emotion. They just um, are on this quest to I almost feel like they're on this quest to change the world. They have the Knight of Cups is in pursuit of the Ace of Cups, which is unconditional love and filling up and overflowing out. So I feel like the professional life is very much about helping the world, caring for the world. Maybe it is like a um, especially with the swords coming in here, I feel like they help people, like maybe a counselor, psychology. They help people overcome things because the 7 of Swords is thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and they help people understand what of their own thoughts and beliefs are limiting them and keeping them restricted, keeping them from experiencing things, what are stealing from their lives of opportunities and thoughts. And so I feel like with that, it's very much like psychology or can even be in management in a way because that's also, managers are like counselors and everything else because they help people overcome their blocks and stuff too. So whatever they're doing, they absolutely love it and they love helping people overcome these blocks and to move forward, which I really like with that. Um, and with the 6 of Pentacles too, which is equal giving and receiving. So they're very successful in their job with the 6 of Pentacles because they have enough for themselves where they're able actually to help others and give to others too. So they're very successful in their work life here. Hobbies, I don't feel like they have any hobbies. I feel like that's they love their work so much that they don't feel like it's work. And so when they're not working and they're not doing other things, their hobby is to what other tools can I create and use to help people at work. I feel like they're always looking for new ways to share things and help people improve and transform things. So I feel like they don't have any hobbies right now. So maybe that'll be your assignment is to go, hey, 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 we need to have some hobbies. We need to be not all a workaholic, which they don't feel like they're a workaholic. They're just very excited and passionate about what they do. So that's what they have for you, Divine Goddess. Many blessings to you. Alrighty, so we are to K-pop. Hey, so a spirit message for you here, and I'm actually being drawn to the Aboriginal Spirit Oracle. So let's take a look here, and and see what they have for you. Wow, beautiful! You got the Mother Goddess, very mothering, nurturing energy there, and that's the what is it the goddess, the maiden, and the crone, or something like that. I think. So it says, Mother Goddess is known by many names, yet she stands above all. We are all born from her womb. The Mother Goddess is the keeper of wisdom and truth and has the ability to create what she deems as necessary. She is our true mother and works only from a place of true, unconditional love. She just simply is. And the message that comes with this card for you is that this card does represent your ability to see the universal picture, to see beyond the initial challenges. The Mother Goddess is not limited by time and space. She can see beyond today and tomorrow and look back into the past. So you have the ability to see into the future and create what you need. You are born as a leader. You are looked upon as such for your courage and insight and your ability to be fair and just. Trust in your abilities to lead, for you have what it takes. You have earned the respect of your peers and your family, and only you often forget the power that comes with your role. It's time to step up once again and lead in the task that is at hand. So I like that. It very much is a message of stepping into your power. And sometimes we forget how truly powerful we are and the impact we have on others. And this is a beautiful reminder of how supported you are by the mother, nurturing side of our creator in the universe, and that you have all this power within yourself too. So I like this. It's time to step back into a leadership role and take those steps. So I like it for you, K-pop, and that is what they have for you. So many, many blessings. All right. Up next for the next free reading is Dollface Diva. You want to know, would getting your master's degree be for your highest good? I love how you phrase that. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit has for you. Is getting your master's for your highest experience, highest good. So you have the Eight of Swords here, which I feel that they're saying that doing this does allow you to cut away the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets you've had that have blinded you and kept you feeling small and restricted. So I feel it is very much empowering for you. You know, swords is intelligence and education and knowledge. So this is, I feel, rising above in your knowledge definitely is a positive sign for you. And you have the Three of Wands, which this is saying, yeah, this does take you off in a different direction, a different path in your life, and offers new opportunities to come in for you too, because you do have the Page or the Princess of Pentacles, which is about new opportunities that open up in the outside world, as well as it allows you to look at your worth in relation to the outside world in a new way as well. So, very positive cards here. And if we needed any others, you do have the Four of Wands, which is stable energy, joy, celebration. So that would be a yes. A yes, yes, yes. Four yeses with those cards. So definitely no question that it would be in your highest experience to go into your and get your master's degree. So I like it for you, Diva. Don't become too smart for us now, I love it. So that is what they have. Many blessings to you, Diva. All right. And then next up, we have Jan. You want to know the upcoming week's reading. All right. Let's see what else they have here. All right. We do have some great emotional stability coming in here, even with new love that is approaching and coming in, because you also have the Princess of Cups, which would be the Page of Cups. So, new love coming in, new love. This is, love and partnership. And then the Four of Cups is a stable emotional energy, which means, here's the three cups that we've had in the past, which shows us the type of emotional interactions and relationships we had, and they just felt empty. They weren't fulfilling. But here comes the Ace of Cups, something that is higher, something that fills up and overflows with this as well. So, here's because this is the Ace of Cups that's being offered. So there is this higher love that is headed your way here in the upcoming week. So keep your eyes peeled there, because you had the King of Wands. And the King of Wands does tell us two things. One, this is a spiritual, both a spiritual and a physical um, manifestation of this, because the King of Wands, the Wands is your, can be your spiritual energy, and the King is the highest. So this is connection to your highest spiritual energy, which is your higher self. That's where you find this unconditional love, the chalice, the holy grail, where as you tune in to that higher power, tuning into that unconditional love from above, you fill up. And as you do that, it rolls out, into the outside world, which allows you to see love in the outside world in a different way, in a fuller way. So if you take this energy, and I really feel, especially with this fiery Leo full moon energy, if you haven't checked out your weekly energy update video, take a look at that, because it does tell you about Leo energy, which, just because I've got all this Leo lion and fire energy here, this moon energy is really going to be helpful in releasing, like unveiling and releasing old ways of thinking about love, which inspire and spark new love, both within that floods to the outside. So I like this for you very, very much. This passion energy. If you're already in a relationship, it's just about this love that you find inside, re-sparks the love you have with your current partner, as well. If you're single, then there's this opportunity for a new spark that comes in, but the spark starts from within and upward, and then it makes its way to the outside world. So that's what they have for you, Jan. I like it. Many blessings for you. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list here, and we are at Project Skyfalls. And you'd like a spirit reading. And I am being drawn back to the Whispers of the Lord Ganesha. I really love these cards. Was really drawn to them. Let's see what they have for you, Skyfalls. All right. This one right here. And you've got Perseverance. Cheers. This reminds me of the Ace of Cups. Really like that. That is card number 28. And it says you are likely to see financial or other tangible rewards for all your hard work. Woohoo! So this is actually their tusk. So Ganesha's tusk represents hard work and completing the task at hand. There is a legend included in some manuscripts of the, I'm going to murder this, I apologize in advance, the Mahabharata, about Ganesha breaking his own tusk off to continue writing the Mahabharata epic as Vasa was dictating it to him. Ganesha's tusk is interpreted as a symbol of sacrifice and strength and demonstrates that it is important to finish what you start. If you've been working hard or putting extra effort into something, it will definitely be worth all the work. You will see the results and rewards for your labor. You may have been working on something quite challenging and important for the last few months. This is likely to come to a conclusion soon. Ganesha is guiding you not to lose faith while you wait for things to come to fruition. Be patient and appreciate the progress you've made so far. If your hard work has not yet paid off as planned, consider that your expectations may need modifying. There are no guarantees. Be grateful. Focus on the present and do what you can with what you have. There will be an ending to a difficult period of financial or material struggle. So I like it. What a great message there for you. And that's what they have for you, Project Skyfalls. Perseverance, patience, hang in there. Things are going to be changing for you. I like it. All right. So many, many blessings. And so, Goldie, you are up next. And you'd like a February monthly. So let's take a look here. Whoa, okay. Boom, boom, boom. Anything else? Okay, I guess so. All right. Let's take a look here. Wow. So, well, definitely good things are coming for you. You have the Wheel of Fortune, which is the fated wheel is changing, where even your human side feels like whatever change is happening is for you. Because anything that happens in our life is always for us, um, when we can see it from a higher spiritual point of view. But our human side doesn't always agree. Well, I love the Wheel of Fortune because it's the tune of for you. It's the fortune that even your human feels like, oh, this is fortunate. So February has a fortunate change of events that happens in your life that does bring in new passion, new drive, new ambition, new energy that comes in here with the Page of Wands. And just be aware that in the beginning, whatever this is that changes, it may feel conflicting at the start because, one's energy, the five is it starts off feeling like conflict, like a volcano erupting, but then it transforms and you see that it was for you. And when things calm down a little bit, you see, oh, okay, this was the eruption of something that was bringing in this wonderful new fire into your life, which the fire ends up helping you, with this change. So I like that for a very positive change that's coming in for you in the month of February. Passion, drive, energy. Um, so I like it. It almost feels like it just comes out of nowhere where you're just like, "I just feels great," but a beautiful, beautiful change that's coming through. So I like it, Goldie. That's what they have for you right now. All right, and we are at the top of the first hour already. It is flying by. So at this point, I do a quick little public service message, which I let everyone know in case you're not aware of how this works on my channel is I am on usually for about 2 hours with the readings, and the free readings I just go down in order in the chat. When someone makes a donation, I do step out of that to complete it to honor that energy exchange, and then I move back into the free readings where I left off, and I continue to go down, try to get through as many free readings as I can. I hardly ever uh, lately get to the bottom of the free readings because, as you can imagine, it gets very long, very fast. And I'll talk more about other options as we get closer to the end of the second hour. So we'll get back to the readings. That's been your public service message. We'll now return to the regular scheduled programming. All right. So, Wisdom Girl, you'd like an angel message. So, I'm going to pull from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle for you. So, let's take a look here. And you've got the Shield Maiden. That says, make plans and focus. So, let's see what else she brings in here for you. It says, have a plan or strategy in place before moving forward. The Shield Maiden is the female knight in shining armor. In Viking traditions, women were seen as equal to men, and so joined them on their raids and fought with them on the battlefield. In this deck, the Shield Maiden brings a fiercely feminine energy, the power to be a warrior while retaining feminine sensitivity. She's ready to put her plan into action. She's ready to go into battle. Her medicine helps us move beyond any unsettled feelings when our plans start to take shape and follow through with our strategies in order to be where we want to be. Shield maidens worked together in times gone by to create shield walls of protection. So she also shows us how to work with others in order to bring our plans to fruition. I like it. The extended message for this is that taking some time to assess what your next steps will be. All great warriors have a plan. You are a sensitive being, and if you are not prepared for the tasks that you're taking on, you could end up feeling exposed and helpless. The ancestor guidance that is coming to you now is a reminder that you have a warrior's heart and that you have it within you to be more prepared and focused than you've been recently. So, have a strategy in place and then let your guides support you as you move forward. I like it. So, come up with a plan and then put it to action and move forward. You are supported in that. And if you're not sure how to plan it, also ask for your angels' guidance because they will show you signs. They won't meddle with your free will, though. So you have to ask them to assist you. Otherwise, they're hands off, going, well, you wanted to learn. It's like a 2-year-old when they first want to learn to pour milk in their cereal. We're like, okay, will let you, and you go get the paper towels and the mop and the bucket, and you prepare for the mess that's about to be made because it's their first time doing it, but you want to they're going to learn and they're excited to learn, and so you're going to let them. That's how angels are with us. They're like, go ahead, you're down there for the experiences, but if you need any help, we're here. So be sure to ask if you want assistance. They are more than happy to help you out. Very good. So, Pinky, you are up next. And, hey, what's coming towards you? Let's take a look here. See what they have for you. What is coming towards you? Ooh, okay. What else? All right. Well, I like it. You definitely have a lot of energy that's headed your way with the Eight of Wands. It's a lot of, all this electricity, all this energy. So you do have a lot of power headed your way. In fact, it's just, I said that it said 1 11 11. So definitely a strong message for you of this beautiful, beautiful energy that is flowing towards you. And actually, I'm going to jump to the Magician card because it's like all this energy you're taking in through your wand and bringing it and applying it to the earth. You're becoming this conduit of this amazing energy from above, really putting it into let's say into practice. But it's like you're really discovering your passion and you're really super focusing your energy that's coming through into an impact in the external world. I say that too because you've got the Nine of Pentacles here, which the Pentacles, is the outside world. It is the abundance. It's how you are perceiving the world. But the Nine is the hermit's journey. You're in this alone, which this is great because this is showing you that you're finding this wholeness and this completeness uh, regarding your worth within yourself without the need of external validation, without external assistance. You're there physically alone. Usually it's a bird, but they have the cat here, which the black cat represents spirit. So you're not alone in life. You just may not have physical people that are helping you there, but you have a huge support team on the other side, which also the Eight of Wands represents messages from spirit. So, be open to as this energy comes in, really pay attention to messages from spirit in the outside world. Like you'll see it in bumper stickers or license plates or songs on the radio, overhearing someone's conversation. You'll get things just dropped into your head, like out of nowhere. Um, Ideas and memories are touched. You'll have emotional messages come in. So just all over the place, you're going to be having those come in. So I like it for you, Pinky. That's what's coming for you. So I look forward to see what messages they have and what you do with that. So I like it. All right. And I do have a donation coming in here. Hey, Renee. Good to see ya. All right. And so we will thank you for your donation so much. And you do have a couple questions. So let's take a look at those. So first, let's take a look here. Question number 1 about mama. And number 2 about the man. All right. And then 3. What about the next few weeks here? All right. So let's take a look here. Well, I like this, regarding your mom, because you've got actually, let me switch this so I can see the entire screen. There we go, much better. Um, you know, it's like she sees you as someone that, you step away, you go into your high priestess temple. So I feel like there's times where you kind of distance yourself from everyone and you go inward and upward and you do this, deep investigation into things of yourself, and you do a lot of the self-reflection. And and, and actually, I feel like they look at you and go, wow, because they see that you, when you do that, you come out of it having realized what of your own thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets have, kept you restricted and and small and trapped, and you make these transformations around it. And so when you step away, you come back with such power that, over time, and I mean, of course, she's realized this about you, so she's like, let her have her alone time because it's what she needs. And because the 9 of Wands shows that you, whatever blocks you had before going in, because of this reflection, you come out very empowered, where you step through these energetic blocks, where before, like that Ace of Wands here was blocking it. You step into your power and you're able to step through things. So I feel like she gets it. She gets you, even though sometimes she's human like the rest of us. She might not like it at times, but she gets it. She gets you. She understands it's what you need in order to process things and to overcome things. Um, feel like you don't like people meddling in your life. You like, "I'll do it, thank you. I don't need your opinion. I will accept your, praise and validation when I overcome stuff, but I don't need you." But I like that, and that's how she sees it. She's like, she gets you, is what I feel. Um, the man's feelings here, I got the 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles, solid foundation in the outside world. I kind of feel like they're focusing on trying to have this solid foundation in their outside world. I feel like that we got that with them before, but it just feels like they're just all outward focused on, relationships with people and job and education and their status and their possessions and their home. They're like trying to figure all this stuff out, right? And so I feel like they're really consumed, self-consumed about their outside world, and they're just drawn out there, and that's what they look at and what they do out there. So, what are you gonna do? What are you going to do? Right? Let me just scroll down a little bit here. Right, and then looking over the next few weeks here, you do have this very stable energy coming in, very joy, celebration. So there's a lot of, I feel like there's some get togethers, maybe birthday parties or weddings or something. So you have some great, joyful things over the next few weeks. So if you have the opportunity to go and you're invited, I really feel this is an encouragement to do that, because you do have a lot of energy that's here, and that energy needs to go somewhere. You need to get out. You need to go and have this fire, expressed. Dance your butt off. Get out, laugh, have a good time. And I feel like this is them just encouraging you and nudging you. It's time to remember to have fun and to have enjoyment. It's not all about work, 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 and progress, progress. You got to enjoy life as you're going along, and celebrate as you're going along. And I feel like this is them nudging you to do that, because you do have the Knight of Swords, which is the pursuit of seeing things from a higher perspective, seeing things, from a place of unconditional love, cut away expectations. I feel like it's just, they're saying with all of this, go and have some fun without trying to plan it all, without trying to organize it and attach outcomes to it and have any supposed to and should. Just enjoy it for what it is with no expectations. I feel like they're really focusing in on joy, 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 joy. Have some fun, celebrate. It's time. It's time to let your hair down. So I feel like that is what they have for you, Renee. So again, thank you so much for your donation, and many, many blessings to you. All right, we'll continue moving through the free reading. So we're to Juliana, I think. Yeah, Juliana. Yes, sorry. I just want to make sure. Will you travel abroad in March? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? Okay. You do have the Queen of Pentacles here, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, birth, harvest, abundance. So I feel like this would be a yes with that. And in fact, you have the Judgment card here, which is about your higher self calling you to another place. So I feel like this traveling abroad is in the picture here, and that it's your higher self that's drawing you there. Um, just be aware here with the Seven of Swords. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And these would be the thoughts and the beliefs and mindsets that would keep you restricted in the past, that would steal away opportunities, steal away love, steal away those things because of this mental um, supposed to, the should, and there's fear that keeps us from making a leap, doing things because of the we're attached to the how and the supposed to and the outcome rather than just going, this is what I want, and then allowing the universe to bring in the how and to control the outcome, knowing that whatever is going to unfold for you is for your highest experience. But I really like that with that Queen of Pentacles because it is, I feel like it's a, in a way, it's doing something for yourself and it's allowing yourself to experience and have this feeling of abundance in your life. So I feel like it's a very positive um, affirmation that you will travel. Just keep in mind your thoughts and beliefs that may have kept you limited in the past. Um, and as long as you're aware of that, things should go super smooth with it, which I like. So that is what that we have for you there, Juliana. So many blessings and enjoy your travels. All right. So Krishna Miller, you up next. Anisha, you're about 5 or 6 away yet. So not quite yet. All right, Krishna, what's coming towards you? And you look at general. So let's take a look. What would Spirit like you to know about what's headed towards you? Okay. And on the bottom. All right. Let's see what we got here. Right. Well, you do have some movement that's going to be happening here. And this has to do with swords is your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets, like your expectations, your beliefs around, I feel like it's going to be around relationships and emotion that you're moving from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. So there is this movement that's happening. And I say that because one, you have the Knight of Cups, which is emotions. And this is a knight that quests after new love, higher love, and it's movement of emotion. So both of these cards are showing me that you are going to have some movement in regarding your emotions. Um, and we have the Fool card, which is about old cycles ending and new adventures beginning, but new adventures that are more free of some old thoughts and limitations. It's all about, the Fool card is starting off without any expectations, without any rules. They're just going for the adventure. And I like that for you because it's, you know, the joy we have when we meet someone brand new and we meet them out of the blue, wasn't planning on meeting them, and then you just think of how wonderful they are. Everything they do is just like wow because they're giving you this, right? And you had no expectations. Well, then expectations is what ends up sucking the wind out of the sails of relationships because as we spend more time with them, expectations start to grow on who they're supposed to be and should be and need to be. And eventually, like we date exclusively, get engaged, and then we get married, and suddenly they're not as amazing as they were when we had no expectations. And that's why I feel like if we can stay in that kind of mindset of trying to keep expectations as low as possible as you move into this, next interaction, this next movement and emotion, that it just feels like a whole brand new adventure that you haven't had before. So I like that for you, Krishna. So that is what they have for you. I like it. All right, LA, you are the next free reading coming up here. And why did Jacob never call you back? All right, let's take a look. Whoa. See what spirit wants you to know around that. Okay. Just have a ton of cards that keep flying out. So we'll start with these first three here. Okay. So we have the Three of Cups here, and the Three of Cups for me, when we're talking about a relationship, um, this can be that there's a third party involved. So, I feel like there's like their wandering interests that are out there. We have the World card, which does show us endings of old cycles, and to make this beginning of this new a new phase, a new journey, a new adventure. I do like this for you because it's telling you that, one, this is also that represents your spiritual posse, that they're like, we're the ones that, make sure things unfold for your highest experience. And so people don't leave us or stop communicating us. They're moved out of our way. They're moved out of our life to make room for the new. So even whatever reason, um, they were drawn off in a different direction. That's neither here nor there when it comes down to knowing that spirit is the one that moved you. I'm sorry, moved them out of your way so that you could move forward. Because you do have the Chariot card, which is about movement, very fast movement forward, and it's a victory card. It's also this power of choice, which I love this coming in because this situation with them really helps you see that you hold so much power in each moment. You get to choose what story you apply to any situation and what emotion you want to feel as you go through it. And so, like we said, we can look at it and go, wow, they met someone else. And so the story of fear that we put to it is it means I'm not lovable and I'm not good enough. Why did they chose someone else? So I must not be worth anything. And that's the story. And then the emotion is heartbreak and disappointment and all those opinions that's kind of the basics of what we're taught, right? But we can also, the other choice we have, because there's always a choice between fear of losing conditional love or of unconditional love from the higher place. And so a new story we look at it is going, oh, this is happening for me. So there must be something even better that's coming the way. Why did I want this to happen for me? Let me look at that. What did I learn? Because it's clearing my path for where I'm headed next. The emotion that I can feel is gratitude. Thank you for, the experiences I had and for the movement and for what's coming because I know, you have what's for my highest experience, that it's happening for me. This is happening to me. This one's happening for me. So I like this power that's coming in here too, and they're showing you both perspectives, you know, around that. So that is what they have for you, LA. So many blessings. Hang in there. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list here. And so we have here Hogwarts failure. I love your Hogwarts. So the question you have here, I think you ask another question further down below. So if I get down that far, I will get to that one. But I'll answer this one right now. Your question is, does Nate have romantic feelings towards you? Let's take a look here. Anything else? Okay. I wouldn't say feelings as far as like emotions. eh, I feel like if the Eight of Wands, they have a lot of passion, they have a lot of attraction towards you. So that is there. Um, so they have that that's happening there. Um, the other, I kind of feel like they're in a crossroads between, this energy here. This is distracting them, but when they're not having the hots going on, they do go back and forth between here because they see like the Ace of Pentacles, which is about new opportunities that are opening up in their life. They feel it as like this kind of a new adventure in the outside world. But they also they're doing some deep thinking here with the Hierophant, which this does can be the commitment card, um, but also is about them digging deep into their trying to understand what they want out of life. They're trying to figure things out. They're diving in to find out what is their big truth. Who do they want to be? What do they truly want out of life? And I feel like that's what they're kind of in this crossroads. They have the attraction that's there, but as far as, excuse me, wanting to jump into this new opportunity, but I'm not sure what I really want in life. But do I want this opportunity? But what do I really want in this life? And then they're like, wow, I really like them. I'm attracted to them, and that's what I feel is kind of spinning around in their head and going on in their body and in their mind right now. So I don't feel like romance is a part of all that right now. I feel it's more hormones and thinking about life. So it's interesting combination, but I feel like they haven't figured out romance yet. So that's what they have for you, Hogwarts. So I know what is going on there, but many blessings for you. That's what they have. All right. So continue moving down the list, and we are to EE. And you'd like to know what about the money? Money for February. What does Spirit want you to know? Wow, this Eight of Wands is just flying out of here quite a bit. So the Eight of Wands does talk about a lot of energy coming in, a lot of movement and action that's coming in for you here. Um, you know, we're going to jump to the final card here, which you got, which is the Chariot card, which is about movement. And you got this movement coming in here, victory. So I feel like, this is a great card to get in a question here. And so there's going to be movement and a lot of energy towards your finances in February. It just takes a little bit of trusting your gut, trusting your intuition with the Queen of Cups. Not only does she rule over water, but all the queens are given a second portion of water. So she dives deep into her emotions, a lot like the High Priestess. So this is saying that you have a great sensitivity to the spirit world and to messages. And so trust that gut with all this energy coming in. Don't make decisions strictly with the mind, which you have here with the Justice card, the Ace of Swords here. Don't make decisions strictly with the mind. Allow your heart to have a huge presence, that intuition, that gut in the decisions you make around finances and with things coming in. Because the Justice card, you see the balancing here. It allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm that are rooted in unconditional love. So you're able to see things from a higher spiritual perspective of life, which helps balance out the small T truths, which are all these fears of losing conditional love, all those opinions that we were given in our life around how things are supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and must be. Those confuse us. Those make us make decisions that aren't for our highest. Like, we'll end up spending money on a bunch of stuff that we don't want, but we fear if I don't have it, what will people say? It's that kind of thing that comes in. but we're all given all those so many opinions and small t truths that tip us into so much fear that we don't make wise decisions. That's why connecting to this capital T truth, connecting to your intuition helps balance things out and helps you see things differently. Maybe things that you don't need to spend money on, things that you cut out that you've been spending money, things that you sell that end up bringing in money. It's trust your intuition and your gut around things, and it does definitely switch your financial situation into a more positive place in February. So I like it for you, EE. That's what they have. All right, so keep moving down the list, and we are to 3R3 Anna. And you'd like a general reading. All right, let's take a look here and see what they have here. All right. Well, it seems to be a period here of a little bit of inner spiritual journey time, because you have the Hermit card, which is all about the inner journey. With the Lantern, it's the star, it's the higher spiritual realm, communicating with them, and they guide you on your path. And you have the moon, which brightens your path in the night. But is the moon is about trusting your intuition, trusting your gut, diving deep into the unconscious, the subconscious. So, the journey here of the hermit's path. So you definitely, it's being drawn in an invitation to step back and connect with your spiritual posse, your higher self, your guardian angel, your angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones on the other side, your ancestors, creator spirit. I mean, you have, an owl here representing the spirit realm that's going there with you, but there is things that they want to reveal for you to help free you from things and bring you some great knowledge. So right now, spirit is saying it's time for you to be not you don't have to be an ultimate hermit away from everyone unless you want to do that, but it is about stepping back and making sure you are taking time for you in your inner search, not pushed forward in the outside. It's about turning inward and upward for a little bit of period of time here. So that's what they have for you, 3R3 Anna. Many blessings to you. As a huge introvert, I love getting the Hermit card. You are very welcome. All right, we'll continue moving down the list. We got David Doolittle. Good evening to you. You want to know, how will your relationship with that Sag turn out for you? Your Aries. So you're so curious. Let's take a look here. All right. What else do you want David to know about his relationship with his fiery Sagittarius girlfriend? Okay, that was a surprise card that popped out. We'll look at that one last. Okay, well, there's the fire. Well, there's the more the fire. Okay. So yeah, Ace of Wands, passion, boom, boom, boom. This is all the fire. So definitely there's a lot of passion, a lot of fire expressed in the relationship. And I said, and here's the sun, more fire, boom, boom, boom. So these are very, passionate, victorious, bright cards to get. So very positive signs in here. So, knowing that you work through any obstacles and conflicts that come up. And I like that those two cards came up first, because this is normal, for relationships. Conflict of thoughts and beliefs and expectations and fears and insomnia and nightmares, a lot of stuff on your mind. Whenever we're in relationships, you have odd numbers here, which represents obstacles that are being in our lives. And these are all thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and expectations around what a relationship should be, what it's supposed to be, who are they have to be, who am I, need to be. All these rules and all these opinions that we've had. We realize when we get into a relationship that wow, we don't match 100% of what we expect because we've all had different lives. Even I have twin nieces, and they have different expectations and different because they had a lot of the same type of life, but they had different friends and different experiences. And so everyone is shaped differently in their expectations. And so conflict is normal. Relationships are one of the most challenging uh, classrooms that we go through. And so, this is just saying don't um, get, don't lose hope in a relationship whenever there's any conflict. Just take a deep breath, step back, realize, okay, I don't have to prove that my opinion is more truer than theirs. I don't need to get on the defensive when they're saying that they're right and I'm wrong. It's like, just realize we come from two different worlds. We all come from different planets. I used to have this saying, which I haven't said in like years, it feels like, that the Earth is like all these aliens from um, billions of different planets that are all brought into one planet, and we're all supposed to get along, and that represents Earth. We're always like trying to go on my planet, this is the way we did it. When if we think that we're all from different planets, then we can be like a little more understanding where someone's coming from, have a little more compassion. But I like that for you, David. I mean, just they're saying when conflict arises, just take a deep breath and um, do I want to be right or do I want to be in love? That's the decisions we make. So I like it for you. A very positive outcome from what I'm seeing here. So many blessings to you. All right. So we'll continue moving down the list. Hey, Nisha, hello. You are up. Can you believe it? So we are to your reading. So I'm so glad. I see here that you have a little tear that you never get read for. Well, here is the mighty beautiful day for it, right? So tell you what month or how soon that you may be moving. All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit has for you regarding your move. Just getting some clarification here. Whoa, okay. All right. So you do have this beautiful balancing that's coming in regarding your move. So I like it that it's not an extreme up and down. It's going to be a very balanced move for you, which I like. I feel with the Four of Cups coming in here, I really feel like strongly it's it can be as soon as April. You have May and June though too. So what happens when we're asking for time frames from Spirit is they will give us a range because so much of our life depends on our actions. We have fated events that will happen, and there'll be an end point. Like for sure, it'll be by the end of June that you move. But with the balancing of your life is where the energy comes in here. Wherever you focus, your energy is what grows and expands. So if we focus our energy on what we fear, what's in our life that we don't want, what we feel is missing, that grows and that expands. It slows down things because that's lower vibrational energy, and it blocks movement, it blocks change that is for us because we are the ones creating the energy blocks. But if we switch it and we switch it to that of focusing on what we're grateful for, what we do want in our life, what we um, focusing on unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter, those higher vibrational, that speeds things up. So the more that you look at balancing your energies, the faster it will come. So it could be like as early as April that you move with that change of where you're directing your energy, or as late as June, if we don't make the changes. with the energy investment. So I do like that for you. I feel like through it all here, very positive. The Six of Wands is victory and recognition, and the Four and Five of Cups have emotional lessons and learnings that happen. So if you don't end up moving, and with that energy changes, you do learn some in April, and you do learn some significant things in May. There's never any wasted time when it comes to our experiences here. We're always learning something. But I love that this is a lesson, information, experience about how you can direct your energy, and how it can impact your life. So much of it is lies within your own hands, which I love for us, because we don't have to feel like we're out of control, that everyone else is making decisions for us. We decide so much about the energy that we focus on in each moment. So that's what they have for you, Nisha. I hope it was worth the wait, but that's what they have. So many blessings to you. Glad we were able to get a reading in for you this time. All right, we'll continue moving down the free list here. And Hogwarts. Yeah, so yeah, I think you asked a question further down below. So you definitely can ask more than one question. Just if I have a lot of people I haven't gotten to, sometimes I will say I'll come back to you if I finish, because I try to get everyone to have at least one question answered. So we'll see where we're at. We're to Risha Singh. You want the current feelings of Ankit for you. Let's take a look here. All right. All right. Well, let's see what we got here. Well, it's interesting here. I know you like it when I say that, right? We got the Princess of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles, which is about new opportunities, new things in the outside world. It's also about a new way of looking at their worth in relationship to the outside world. So, it's interesting when I see that, because it feels like they see you as this new opportunity, um, in their outside world. They look at it as something new, something, like almost like an upgrade, a step up, and it feels like it does something for their self-esteem. Like maybe they felt like they weren't like on your level, um, like you're out of their league, in a way, as they say here in the United States. But so they see this as, wow, this is really cool. We have the Ace of Swords too, which is, this change of expectation, change of thought and belief and mindset too. So there is this a lot of thinking going on with how they're relating, um, uh, the cutting away of the old ways of what they would expect, in a relationship or with love. They're cutting away and going outside of their norm. So I kind of feel like this is why it feels so fresh and so new to them, because it feels like something out of the ordinary for them. So I really like that. Now we do have the Hanged Man, which again, they're seeing things from a higher perspective, a different perspective. But this also is it takes time. It's very slow moving. So it's not going to be something that's all boom, 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 boom. But while if we're waiting, if you're wanting something deeper, the reason why we have pauses like that is to give us the opportunity to raise our own love vibration, to really look into our self-love. What obstacles are there? What things, blocks can I free myself from on how I feel about myself and about the love I have for myself? So the more we turn inward and upward and connect to that love from above and expand our self-love, the faster things move in the outside world. But it also allows us to love others more and receive love from others more. So, as we say a lot on the channel, we can't love others more than to the extent we love ourselves, or receive love from others more than to the extent we love ourselves. So, if we love ourselves this much, no matter how much love they want to give us, it's only going to filter through there. And no matter how much love I want to flood out to them, it's only going to trickle out to them. But the more we expand our self love, not only do we feel full, we're able to love and receive love more as well. So that is what they have for you, Rika. Rika? I'm probably mispronouncing it. My apologies. But many blessings to you. All right. Eliza, you are up next. All right. You want to know what's the real problem of R towards A? So what caused their volatile relationship, huh? Because you want to avoid it, right? So we have Seven of Swords. So it was, and this is what happens with any of us, our own thoughts and our beliefs and our mindsets around our expectations around us and relationship. These are what steal love and opportunities from us, is our own thoughts and our beliefs and our mindsets, that are so restrictive that it doesn't allow us outside. It's like, here's our emotions, they're trapped in all of those, the horns there. It's not allowed to go outside of there. And what happens when something's caged and it's not fed? It dies. And so, there's just so many expectations, that, like, R had in their head towards A and A had in their head towards R. And they weren't met. That's where the conflict happens, because it's like, I'm not getting what I think I deserve, and you're not doing what I think you're supposed to do. Right? That's what happens. There's also some self-worth issues that are going on there underneath the surface with the Five of Pentacles. This goes into our having these feelings of abandonment, being left behind, being left out in the cold when they were younger. These feelings of worth and not feeling like that's where a lot of these thoughts and beliefs come from too, that they didn't believe that they were able to be worthy of receiving things. And so a lot of these fears and a lot of these old emotions are what kept them from even feeling like they were worthy of it, if they even were willing to give it. But all these restrictions and all this stuff, it just kept things so defined and so trapped. There was nowhere, no air to breathe. It was so combustible, because they felt so trapped that they just had to bust out of it. That's when they would explode, and then whoosh, it would feel constricted again, and then they'd blow it all up, and then restriction. So it kept on feeling like this explosion after explosion after explosion. Also, with R to A, with the Two of Swords, the decisions they made in getting into the relationship and the decisions they made along the relationship were not from the heart, but from the head, from all those expectations of the supposed to, the should, the need to. They were checking off all the stuff. The relationship looked good on paper. It was going to please people. It was all the supposed to be, the should be, the need to be, not all, but was meeting that. But their heart wasn't in it. And so it just ended up being a lot of trying to live up to other people's expectations. When we do that, there's just no, like it says, it takes the air out of the sail of anything. So that's what the real problem is. I mean, if, like he was always talking about, giving him time to understand that about himself, knowing that if he doesn't deal with those feelings of abandonment and low self-esteem, and dealing with the expectations, the endless expectations, wherever he goes, there he is, and it's just going to repeat over and over again. That's why Spirit was really like, give him time to figure things out, because otherwise he's going to be doing the same thing that he's always done, and it's going to end up with the same result. So that's what they have for you, Eliza. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. I know. What do you want? What are you gonna do? So many, many blessings there for you. All right. And I do have a donation, so I'm gonna jump out and answer that. Hey, Juliana, thank you so much for that donation. And you wanna describe the next new love partner? A foreigner, long term? You're dying to meet him. Uh-oh. Oh. Uh-oh. All right, let's take a look here. So is he gonna be another stepping stone or all right. Let's see what we got in here. I want that one too. So, describing your next new love partner, an air sign. They're very much in their minds. King of Swords. So, the king rules over air, and they're also given a second portion of air. So very intelligent, very much in their minds. Maybe an Aquarius, a Libra, Gemini. So they've got this mind, and they very intelligent, but they can get too much into their heads. That comes with the territory. Um, and but also the Eight of Wands, very energetic, a lot of energy, a lot of passion. And so they're not just a thinker, they're a doer as well, which I like that. King of Swords can be a great communicator as well, really seeking after knowledge, always wanting to learn, 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 and grow more. So I really like that about them there. Let's see, are they a foreigner? Oh, wow, look at this. So you do have the lovers card coming in here. um, this two of wands. Libra is okay. You'll accept a Libra. I like it. But the Two of Wands is about this energy. I almost feel like I don't feel like they're a foreigner. I feel like there's coming from the same location here, two individuals coming from the same location. I feel like you're already near each other, so definitely here's the love coming in, but I feel like it's, again, it's like you're in the same spot. So I feel like they are not foreign, that they are local. It doesn't mean that they're not from a foreign country. I feel like with this, they're saying they're local right now, even though they may have been like I guess you'd call it an immigrant, or they're, uh, you know, they're local there. Um, is he long term? So you have the moon. You have two major arcana here, and I feel like they're not super, super long term because of the cycles of the moon. I feel like this is going to be a wonderful adventure. Um, really balancing here, again, Ace of Swords here. They really help balance and help you look into your expectations around a relationship. I feel like it's, with Mother Luna and the unknown, the mystery, that it really helps open up your approach to relationship, your belief around a relationship, especially Libra. There you go with the balancing scales as well, but they help you, realize the fears that you have around love and the losing conditional love and all the roles that we're all given growing up around what a relationship is supposed to be, should be, and need to be, and have to be, and how it boxes us in. And they're helping expand that and helping you free yourself up more to where it's like a stepping stone, but it's a significant, like, I don't feel like when you talk about long term, like me, long term was 3 years. I'm like, "Wow," I had long-term relationships meant 1 to 3 years. That was my maximum. So I feel like, there's this, uh, good energy coming in. I'm feeling like, I don't know why I'm feeling like, a year to 2 years. It's a significant interaction, and it's definitely divine, but it teaches you a lot about, what you're wanting out of life, and expectations around it. So that is what they have for you, Juliana, right now. So yeah, I definitely don't feel like he's an a-hole like the other one, because they're intelligent. Coming from an air sign, oh, they're not like that. They can be, but this one isn't. So I like it for you. So again, thank you so much for your donation. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. All right. And looks like Kate G, it looks like you asked to ask a question, but then you retracted it. So I will continue going forward. And Mary PM, you actually will be my last free reading since I'm up to my 2 hour mark. So just let everyone know. Um, First of all, thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you've given the video, and comments you make, and other videos you like, and for all your subscribing. Doing those things helps spread the unconditional love messages to the world, because the YouTube algorithm loves that, and they're all free to do, which is great price. But the more we do that, the more they put the videos in front of other people as well. So thank you so much for all the thumbs up that you give the videos. Um, Now's the time, since Mary PM will be the last free reading that I give. If you do want to make sure I complete your reading in this session tonight, just a donation of any kind, I will honor that energy exchange and I'll complete them in this session. If you're not able to make a donation, I totally understand. We're not always able to do that in this day and age, and our finances are always fluctuating throughout our life. So a couple options. One, I do offer a ton of free content. And so if you click on my name, the Brothers and Mystic Tarot, it'll take you to my main page. A playlist of pick a card readings that have love and finance and a bunch of different subjects there. Also, weekly energy updates, monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, and other types of videos. So if you can follow your heart, and spirit will guide you to the video or videos that have messages for you. Also, I will be back tomorrow morning. I do on the weekends, on Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings. I'm on at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, my time. Also, Wednesday through Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. So I'm on quite a bit. Also, let me just pop this up here. Every 2 weeks, I do have a giveaway, a drawing. And here is the link to that video for the one coming up on February 12th. And I pull at least a 30-minute personal recorded reading giveaway. And then if I get 30 comments or more, I add a 45-minute personal recorded reading. Now, if I have 45 or more comments on the video, then I add a 1 hour personal recorded reading also. So the first time I did it, I ended up giving away 3 of those readings, a 30-minute, 45-minute, and an hour. So if you're interested in signing up for that, that's that. Also, I do offer personal readings at a reasonable cost, and all that information is listed in the description box of the video down below. So it tells you what the prices are and how you can book that there. So that is what we have. So I'm going to complete Mary's, and then I did get a donation, so I'll check there and see who that is. We'll definitely complete it in this session and see if we have any others as well. So Mary PM, you have a project that you're working on. You want to know, will you succeed in getting it off the ground? All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know around this project? Okay, doing that one. What else? All right. And anything else? No, just these two. Let's see what this one is here. Well, you definitely, I like the 10 of Pentacles. It shows this is abundance in the outside world. success. So yeah, this would be a yes. You do succeed in getting it off the ground. The thing is, the Two of Swords, what Spirit wants you to know is you're making decisions. Try not to do it strictly from the mind. Also, trust your gut and trust your instinct. Trust your heart in having it unfold. We can get so caught up in the mind and the supposed to be and the should be that sometimes we don't have fun while we're doing it, and then that just doesn't help out the progress of it. Right? It's all about enjoying the process, enjoying the birth of this, but trust your gut and trust your instinct, trust that communication from spirit, because it will help you, um, not with shortcuts, but with solutions that are more beneficial towards the project, than strictly going off the mind and, well, this is what they usually do and supposed to do and should do and need to do. Let your heart have a seat at the table as it unfolds. But I love the Ten of Pentacles for you. That is definitely a great result there. So I like it. So that is what they have for you, Mary PM. All right. All right. Yes. Thank you so much, Christy, for your donation. And let's see here. Yours, what you wanted to say, love your energy, angel message. And let me see here. Christy, did you ask a question up above or am I missing your question? If you want to pop your question back down there, if I'm not seeing it here. Old man eyes, we're at the end of 2 hours, so it's like just trying to scroll a little slower. Are you asking for an angel message, Christy? So if you have a specific question, you can pop it down there. In the meantime, while I'm waiting, I'm going to pull you an angel and ancestor oracle. As all the cards fall over the place, but they did pop out this one for you. So you do have the air guardian, which makes sense with you being Aquarius, right? And it says, shift your perception. Let's see what this air guardian has for you. It says, change the way you think, and you will change your whole reality. The air guardian card represents the angels of the air element. Your angels. Traditionally, air is all about thoughts, thinking, and everything that's happening in the mind. So these angels can help you to overcome any thoughts that have come back to haunt you from the past and to see the world more clearly. They're guiding you to change the way you think about certain situations, as this could be standing between you and greatness. And the extended message for the card is, when this card arises, it is an opportunity to learn about your way of thinking. You're being guided to recognize that not all you see is exactly the way you see it. Sometimes the mind can play games, and sometimes our perceptions can be wrong. If you're being challenged or feel that there's a lack of clarity and direction in your life at the moment, there's a good chance the way you're thinking or what you're focusing on has a lot to do with that reality. You're being guided to open your eyes and your mind, go beyond any limits you have set for yourself, and recognize that the way you see the world is how you will experience the world. Opportunities are moving in your direction, but they will not, but they will only open up for you if you're ready to do the internal work to support them. So I do like that, because it talks about, we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are, and we have all these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets, all these opinions of the supposed to be, the should be, the need to be, the have to be. It's all those thoughts that can block us, and we see the world through that filter. So when we open our mind and we step up and see things from a higher perspective, then that's where this shift in perception happens, and it allows you to see things more clearly, and to move through things and have less conflict with people in the world too. Life purpose, this is one of the things we wish that there would be just this scroll that falls from the heavens that we open up and go, "Ah, here's my life purpose, yay." Wouldn't that be, maybe we had that happen before and we thought, well, that was fun, but that's kind of boring. They like the adventure. It's all about the adventure of finding the life purpose. That's part of the excitement of this life. We have these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that, you know uh, I'm supposed to have this super life purpose, and this is how it's supposed to happen, and I'm supposed to accomplish it and be moving toward it. We have all these roles that are so constrictive that we start to feel pressure. But life is more like a grandfather taking a young grandchild to a playground to go experience the playground. And the little child goes, "Okay, what am I supposed to get on first? The swing or the slide or the merry-go-round or the seesaw? Which one am I supposed to get on first?" And the grandfather, the great grandfather, "Go have fun. Go experience it. Go hang out with all the kids. Experience life. Go have fun." "No, well, but there's something I'm supposed to do. Am I not supposed to get on the swing, or which one?" And you're like, "Whatever you want to do. There's no wrong. Go experience." And eventually, because we're so consumed and we're almost in tears going, "I need to know," they're like, "The swing, you start on the swing." "Okay, good." And then they go and they start on the swing. So, it's like, take a step is really what spirit has for us when we're trying to find our life purpose. The more we connect inward and upward to our higher heart, the more we realize how uniquely we want to share the unconditional love in our heart with the world. Because all of our life purpose is to come here to experience this life where we're these perfect mountains, and we come down as a human to wander around the mountain of who we are, to understand ourselves more deeply. And we're multitaskers, so we also want to be able to help others on their path and on their journey. But we do that by sharing unconditional love with the world in whatever way brings joy to our heart, that makes our heart sing. So look into your heart. There's not an absolute supposed to, have to, should from the creator. And if you don't do it, you are going to disappoint me. That's not the creator at all. They're like, you're here to have fun and enjoy and explore. There's no wrong. But if you have this tendency and this joy within your heart, how you want to express it, and that's where you would find your kind of your what you would call your life purpose. Excuse me. So that is what they have for you, Christine. Whoever else that was for, I feel like it was for more than just you and me. But again, thank you so much for your donation. Greatly appreciate it. I don't have any other donations, so we're going to go ahead and close down this session, but I will be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And of course, on Sunday morning, and then tomorrow and Sunday night as well. So thank you guys so much for all the love and all the thirst you have for the spirit world, and from hearing from spirit. And please know, as you go out throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So have an amazing day, an amazing night, wherever you're out in the world, and we will see you soon. Until then, much love to you, and you guys take care. Have a great night or day.